So how did the wind industry do last year in 2021?
You and I have an insatiable appetite for electricity. Come with me and we'll look at the issues relative to wind farms and the communities that they serve. This is the Windfarm Guy.
Hi, this is Dennis Stout and thank you for joining me for this episode of the Windfarm Guy. Let's take a moment to look at the wind industry in the United States. We added nearly 13 gigawatts of onshore wind capacity in 2021 here in the U.S., 12.7 gigawatts to be exact. And over half of that was built in Texas. And that addition, combined with solar's 12.4 gigawatts, made the U.S. total operating utility-scale clean power capacity surpass more than 200 gigawatts. Folks, that is quite a milestone. That's a lot of power. Although the U.S. has reached this incredible achievement, more needs to be done and at a faster pace to reach the climate goals and targets our country needs to achieve. Let me take a moment to address a common myth about a 2021 weather event. Snowmageddon or snowpocalypse, whatever you call it, was a 100-year very wet storm that blanketed the South in freezing temperatures. Unfortunately, some people even died from the storm. It was falsely reported that wind turbines were to blame for the disaster. Fact of the matter, after careful study, it was determined that there were more megawatts of natural gas-fired power offline than wind and solar combined offline. In fact, wind energy remained strong, stable, and even carried the whole system at times. No, wind was not to blame. Wind was our hero. The numbers don't lie. One of the most noteworthy changes in the mix of U.S. electricity generation over the past 10 years has been the huge expansion of renewable energy facilities, especially wind and solar. The wind power generating capacity in the U.S. is more than twice what it was 10 years ago. And extraordinarily, the amount of solar power capacity at the end of 2021 is 20 times what it was at the end of 2011. The renewable power industry growth has exploded. Technology has improved dramatically as well. Wind turbines are getting more productive and able to be placed in areas that were previously bypassed due to the marginal wind resources. In addition, turbines are able to generate more electricity per tower. In 2021, GE and Vestas both announced new turbines rated at 15 megawatts or higher. That's incredible. Another area of significant change is offshore wind. Although only 7 turbines have been erected offshore in the U.S., that is about to change. The first utility-scale commercial wind project to be fully permitted and receive the green light from the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management is the Vineyard Wind Project off the coast of Martha's Vineyard, and it got the green light in late 2021. It is now in construction, and there are many others that will be following suit. Some of the best wind in the country is off the coast and near some of our largest population centers in the Northeast. What that means is that clean energy can be generated just over the horizon and the power come to shore through buried electric lines. So those large load centers, the cities, can have electricity generated nearby, yet hidden and delivered without giant transmission lines. Good, clean energy right on their doorstep. To those of you who think there is a battle between energy sources, fossil and renewables, think again. Those buried electric offshore lines bringing the power to shore, how do you think much of that will be done? Horizontal directional drilling. Where do you think that technology came from? Who do you think is going to be the ones doing that? Some of the offshore turbines will actually be floating. Those floating offshore wind turbines, where do you think that technology comes from? Who do you think is going to build those structures? Careful what you hear on TV and read in the news. There are folks that really like to stir the pot and keep emotions high. But don't forget, we are in this together. If you like what I've said today, be sure and click like and subscribe below. If you have thoughts or want me to address a particular topic relative to wind farms, please also leave me a comment. Bottom line is this: the cheapest form of new electricity generation is wind, even without incentives. And solar is right there with it. We now have the ability to generate good, clean, renewable electricity efficiently. Our country's electricity needs are growing, and they're going to continue to grow exponentially. With only a little retraining, many of the men and women working in the oil industry and the coal industry can easily transition to the renewables industry. In my opinion, 2021 was a landmark year, and the renewables industry has come of age. We are helping save the planet. There are many jobs available, and some companies are even willing to train. Our country needs electricity, and we are providing it. There should not be a battle between energy sources. This is Dennis Stout, and I'm the Windfarm Guy.
Thank you for watching. Working together, we can make good energy decisions and save our planet. I am the Windfarm Guy.